Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is control our lighting. Right now, we've just got a window over this side. I'm going to show you, we're just going to black it out and we're going to create our main backlight coming through this window behind us. And I'm going to show you how we achieve this look. Window over here, and I've just got this builder's tarp. Pinned it up the best I can. I got a little tack nail right there. It's going to help me control all the spill that's coming in from the outside. I've got a little tungsten light plugged in above us. That's going to go off, and I'm going to show you on the other side. So we're just going to flip around here. Now, we've already controlled a lot of the ambient that was coming in before, so I can show you before and after, and that's already done a lot. Now I'm going to chuck off this tungsten light that's above us here. You can already see a dramatic difference. Now we've got one more source over to the far side, and this is just a bay overhead light. Now once I turn that off, it'll be completely black in here, but that's a great starting point for us. We want to create source of light so then we can motivate the rest of our lights. And the first one we're going to work with is this window here. Now I'm in this workshop of ours at our house, and this is kind of a middle wall that has a window in it, which is easy to play around with, but you can do this from outside with things like mirrors or high-powered lights, but today we're going to do it on a budget. The lights that I'm using are actually old tungsten lights from theatres and stages that I picked up on Facebook. So I'm going to take you around there now and show you what we're working with. See, these two lights above me here are pan cans rigged above. They're just clamped together with builder's clamps on a bit of timber, climbed down to the roof, and then pointed directly through the window source, as you can see, creating a fake sun saucy look. Now I've got a whole lot more depth now that we've got that backlight behind us. Hitting my jacket here, you can see how much shape it gives to the shot compared to what we had before. What we're going to do is add a source on the brighter side of the camera. So when we talk about cinematography, a good rule of thumb is to shoot from the shadow side, and a lot of people would have heard that here on YouTube as well, people preaching about that. So we're going to create the shot on this side, shooting, and our 80-degree rule will be on this side, even though we won't have any other talent off camera, but we're going to act as if it's there. And so our light source is also going to be on this side. That's going to be our fill light. And now with this fill, it's going to use the same fixture, a par can, only one of them, and I'm going to run it through some diffusion, but very budget friendly, the source of diffusion. I'm going to show you that right now. A cheap curtain, and now when I chuck on this pan can, you will see how this one comes on. See, now we're creating a lot more shape in the shot. Point here, you can already see a massive difference in the shot compared to where we started earlier on. So we've got shadow on this side. We can add some negative fill if we want a darker look on this side of the camera. And then we have our fill over here and our main source behind us. So there's a few more things that I want to do to bring some more layers into the lighting. But right now, this is a pretty simple lighting setup that can work a lot, and it's a great place to start from. And I recommend using this kind of technique in most of your shoots. So finding your source, which can be the sun a lot of the time, and then adding fill to the side, opposite side of camera, to really elevate your look. And then moving up from there, you can always add to it and subtract. So when I mean subtract, you can add negative fill, take away less light, diffusing it, and things like that. So I'm going to take you to the next source of light that I'm going to add, which is going to help fill in the shadows. So when we lower this look and darken it down, we have some color in the background too, hitting these walls. And that is going to be another cheap fixture up the top here. You can see another form of diffusion up there, which is just the same curtain as this one over here, but I've got a 20 watt little bar light from Bunnings here in Australia that costs about $30. So we'll chuck that on, and you can see what that does to the area. Now we're adding a lot more softer top light, but also a different Kelvin. So we're filling in the shadows with some more blue. And then the other light I'm going to add is this practical to really motivate that key light over there that we put up before with that tungsten. Now if I reframe, this light over here, this tungsten, the second light that we put on, sells the look that this lamp is doing a lot more than what it is. Now if I turn off this lamp, you could be able to see how much it's really doing. One in the background, we can keep it off, we can remove it from set if we don't like that look, but adding it back in really sells why the shadow over here is here. And obviously it's a defined shadow that's coming from that tungsten over there. Now, the next thing I would do to elevate this look is to add a tighter lens on, throw the tripod a little bit further back and a bit lower. So I'm going to show you what the difference of that looks like right now. So that's basically it. That's the final piece of the puzzle. I've changed my lens from a 28-75 Tamron to a Canon FD 1.4, and then I've lowered my tripod so we're not coming from a higher angle looking down. We've kind of leveled out here at eye level, and that really helps sell the look, as well as that tighter focal length and really bringing a bit more of a dramatic look. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about cinematography, I have a guide and ebook in the description below that you can check out. I'll be making more videos about this stuff in the future as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.